And hello there, welcome in. This is not quite what I had in mind, because I was going to do some stuff at the workbench, but now OBS does not seem to be finding my droid cam stuff. So, yeah. Hey, ChairBS. Good to hear you. Good to see you here. Thanks. I'm not, yeah, I guess this is going to be a digital one, because the camera does not seem to be cooperating with me today. So I'll need to get that straightened out, definitely. And let me get some music going, too. I was going to start at 3 o'clock. So I started the stream then, but yeah. Technical difficulties. Should have started troubleshooting it earlier. But nope, 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 nope. Let's see. Get my playlist going. Yes. Triumphant and whatever. Kind of loud. Let's see. And welcome in. Thank you all for joining me. I appreciate it. But let's get going. Question is, what are we doing? Let's maybe start with some 3D modeling. That's what's on the tin. Do I want this? I want the LiL Saucer, I think. I think that's the project I want. I have a couple ideas of things I want to improve with this, which I've talked about at the beginning of the last stream, but I didn't actually do anything with. So this is my LiL Saucer kit. What I want to do, I've had a couple of comments about the fact that you can't really see inside, and there are details inside, so I might want to add some more details inside and a way to actually see in there. That will also mean adding perhaps a bit more to the little alien guy, because his body just kind of stops there. So that's kind of fun. Also, the way these pieces fit together isn't very... Let me turn that down a little. And plug in my headphones. Why don't I do that? Sorry about that, if that was kind of loud. Yeah. The top and the bottom halves don't fit together very positively. I think they fit fine, but, you know, some people have commented on them not fit, parts not fitting well, and I think that might be one of the ones. And when, Aztec Dummy, Lou Del Maso, put it together in his video, he commented on the parts, the top and the bottom not fitting quite well because of the nature of 3D printing and stuff. So if I can make some clips or something for the top and the bottom, that might take care of that issue. Also, some of these pieces that I have custom built for holding the piece while it's printing need some help. And they are too hard to take apart, and they're supposed to be temporary supports that just kind of give it the shape. And I have this cool little interface here for connecting it to the stand, but I might just pull these pins out here and open that up a little bit just to stick a magnet in there, because that might be a better way to connect it to the base. So, first of all, let me fix this since it's here and on my mind. Let me turn on symmetry, although these things are not symmetrical, so I guess it doesn't matter. How many are selected? Two. Two are selected. Alright. Let me... What? Those are adjacent. Let me merge the points just to make sure they're all connected. No points eliminated, okay. Alright, let's do it that way. There we go. Whoa! Not 1005, 105. Even that's a bit much. So 103, 102, 102. That's about where it was, but we'll go with that. At some point, I should probably let people know that I am streaming. I'll at least send it to my own Discord. I'm gonna do the tedious step of manually clicking all of these, or selecting all of these. Not taking too long. I could just do this. Holding down Shift to make sure things stay selected that I'm adding to the selection. Just trying to get every other one. Scared me, I hit the space bar. Oops. Like that, there we go. And there's an issue there, but that's okay. Let's do the same thing. Just switch to the stretch mode and stretching on the left and right. Oh, there's one I missed. That's where I messed up. Okay, that should come apart more easily and still provide the support it needs. There might be a better way to do that. I should probably check to see how big the magnets I have are. I think they're 3 millimeters. But let's take a little measurement here, if I can remember the keyboard command for that. That was not the keyboard command for that. And that also was not the keyboard command for that. Alright, one thing I like to do sometimes is just make a box. If I can make a box that is, it's 5.8 millimeters. Not 5 meters, 5 millimeters. Let me get out of this viewport. So if I have a 5 millimeter magnet, that would fit in there. Okay. If I took those middle pieces out. And actually, if I take the middle pieces out, it's not really going to affect the base so much. Let's see, there are also some other issues in here that I can tidy up a bit. Let's make this so it's not quite so deep. Oh, really? You're gonna do that? Is it a completely separate piece anyway, altogether? Let's see. What happens if I do this? Okay, it isn't. Okay. Completely selected the wrong thing. Oh my. Okay. So let's dissolve that. Let me take a look at this. Part of the reason I'm doing this is it kind of gets skunked up a little bit when it gets prints, and I'd like to not give it a place to trap liquid. So that's my thought process on this. Alright, looks like there's still something going on down there. Alright, let's see. Does that go all the way through to the other side? No, it does not. Okay. If there are triangles involved, it cannot do a loop select. You need at least quads for that. Alright, let's do that, and we'll set our selection to that, and then we'll just... let's set it to mouse. We'll go down. And let's set our change our selection to points. Points. Convert to point selection. There we go. Now I can deselect this bottom bit here. Now I can use the scale tool to bring that in to where it should normally be. It's really hard to see what's going on with this. Let's turn this to weight shade. I think that will work better as far as what I had in mind for it. So I'm gonna hit save, flip back to the amazing flat shade view. Bleh. It's so bleh. I wonder if I can change the surface color of that. Okay. They do clip into these little holes, but these little holes also tend to get clogged up a bit. And this doesn't fit as neat as I'd like, so I might just redesign that anyway. But anyway, let's go back to what I was originally talking about. That would be back on the body section. What did I call it? Upper dome, inner dome, Core top, I'm going to do a slight adjustment here. This is one where symmetry might work. Yeah. In fact, I'm going to select these here. Set my pivot point to my mouse, and then just rotate that up a little bit. I just want to open that up a little. Just because, again, somebody mentioned things about not fitting well, and that was one place where I noticed that, so. Where things tend to be a bit tight when I put them together, so. Let me try that. I will save that there. Bottom panel. Okay, that's just the bottom. When I was originally designing this, these were all separate panels. And I actually at one point had a full landing gear mechanism in here. But again, that did not work out so well as far as like functionally being able to do anything with it. Panel cradle. Top panels. Okay, so this is where I'm thinking about maybe adding some way to open something. Question is, what do I want to open? Do I want to cut a hole in this so I can just open it up like that? Would I rather open it like this or like this? And obviously that's going to bump in there, so it's not going to work so well. And I have this nice little swoopy detail here that I like. So anything I do is going to have to take into account the spring, so I'll probably have to cut up one of these panels at least in the pieces. And it could be this one here. And even if I do that, I don't have a whole lot of detail in here. I only have these 4 motors in this center core section. So I certainly could add sculpt some more detail in there. But what do I want to do today? So many questions. So many questions. Another thing I thought about was just having the front panel or side panel just, you know, slide out and then maybe have a way to slide it back in at the angled position. Of course, if this was a VW Bug, the motor would be in the back, so we could do something with this. Again, I kind of would like to keep this as a piece, but maybe I don't have to. Maybe I can just, you know, do something like cut out this section. Or would a car have a seam line going across this detail? Is a question. Of course, then we're also getting into how this thing slots in. Maybe all the panels come off. Nah, I don't want to do that. But I could maybe do like a cut along here. These are symmetrical. And actually cut this piece out and have that as a separate thing that's actually inside. Yeah, let me play with that for a while. If I did this and this, rotate it like that, switch this to textured wire so I can see the wires, and we'll do the same thing over here. Yes. So 2 in. There we go. Is that what I want? No, that's not what I want. That's what I want. I will need to fix that seam somewhat, but no! And you can't undo a selection. Oh well. But I can deselect in Moss. And actually I don't want to have both of these on here at the same time, but we'll live with it for now. Okay, all of this under here can stay, so I'm going to deselect it. I don't want any of that stuff there. Here we go. Ooh. Don't want any of the stuff up top actually either. Yeah, I know. Wrong part of the song. You know? This isn't what I wanted to be working on today, I tell you that. Yeah, I may as well select all this stuff. Which I know I just selected some of the stuff I deselected, but... It's my problem now. Yeah, we'll keep that like that. And we'll re-deselect these. I'm gonna copy this. Paste it into a new layer. Yeah, I'll just paste it into a new layer. That's easy to fix. That little hole. And let's turn symmetry off and deselect that one. Flip back to the layer that I was working on. Probably shouldn't call it new, just because it's not always going to be new. Of course, now I lost the selection that I had. Because there's a reason I didn't want to delete the selection. However, we'll try working around that. Actually, yeah, this should all be kind of selected. I should also rotate this. Oh, that's where I had something before. That's since been removed. Okay, this piece here needs to be inside now. We'll just... That's not what I wanted to do. Look at that go crazy. Oh, my disk is full in 666 hours and 6 minutes. I know one person at least who would be thrilled by that. Me, not so much. Alright, so what I want to do with this is extend it a bit. No, we'll bevel it. Or chamfer it. That broke some things, but we can fix those things that it broke, I think. Okay, let's just freaking select all of the greater than 4 vertices and triple them. Feel like that polygon there does not need to exist. Not sure how that's a 5-point thing. Where are we on this? Yeah, let's just weld them all together. Might be too loose now. What is going on with that? What if I... I feel like I'm making this worse. I know this is the exciting stuff. So exciting. Let me split this one up a bit. Didn't actually want all of these pieces to be made. There we go. It's the yelly song where they yell. Let me turn subdivisions off. Sometimes that's helpful. Okay, so these two here can be joined together. Okay, how many do I have selected? It says I have 5 selected, so I don't want these selected. I just want those 2 selected. Weld average. It's like I don't want all of these pieces to be joined together, but there are some errors there. Let me remove the 2-point polygons, if there are any. I don't see any. There should be, I think, because that certainly doesn't look right. This sucks. Meaning it's unpleasantly tedious to do this. And I'm missing something there. Okay. See, I have these 2 things there. I want to maintain that there. I think. What? Do I just not have anything there? Nah. That's all the way over there, okay. Alright. Don't know how good this is gonna work. And that is definitely too high up. Okay, here's an old trick. If you have a point selected, and you select a polygon, and then you use the Add Point tool under Create. Is that it? No, it'd be under Multiply. I think. Add Points. And if I click on this bottom edge here, it'll add a point, but because I have a point selected, it'll connect the two. Oh, or it won't. Are you making me a liar, Leitwave? After all we've been through together. Yeah, there we go. Not sure that was the edge I wanted, but yeah, looks like it. Okay, it's dark, which is disturbing in that it means that usually means that something's not quite right. Something's not lined up right. Or not formed correctly. So let's see if I can select it. It's unweld. Is that you? Control U. No? Just you? No. Cut. Paste. Merge points. There we go. There's an extra point in there somewhere. Alright. And because this is symmetrical... Oh, it's not symmetrical. It is? Is it? Yes, it is. I can just copy the rest of it. What are all of these other points selected? Did I destroy something accidentally? I surely hope not. Mirror Z. And let's see how this actually looks. Only 3 or 4 things. Okay, so those need to be adjusted. Oh, that is not pretty. Not pretty at all. Oh my goodness. What have I done? What have I done? Stretchy, stretchy. Man, Okay, that just cleaned up my display a bit. Alright, so I have some I have some extra geometry here that I don't need. It's not working well. These need to be flipped the other way. What can be merged together? I would say those two and these two would look good together. Those two and maybe these two. That's more than... That's already a 5, so that's not gonna work. But I can, perhaps... Well, those two together. Alright, so what's going on with this weirdness? This is that place I just kind of rebuilt and it sucks. Sometimes just having an extra bit of geometry in there causes problems. I don't know that that's the case right now with this. These little stars I don't like because they do kind of cause some issues. But what the heck is going on with this? I feel like something here is twisted. Yeah. Okay, so it's not... Doesn't seem to be the actual geometry that's twisted. Maybe it's just because there's... missing something there. Ooh, the Irish Island has just gone live. Okay, let's see how that reacts. That is looking much better. Now I can kind of push this thing back into place. I don't know what that is that keeps showing up there. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. No mind, no matter. We are great parents. Yes, I'm quoting The Simpsons again. So if anybody's out there lurking, thank you. If you want to say hello, please feel free. What if I split that there and I blend these two together? Is that a bit better? I think that might be a bit better. And this centerpiece here should be more rounded, I think. And less square-y. And I'll have to match the other thing to that. grass underneath, but this is not going to be visible in the same way, so it might not be as critical. But let's see if we can just kind of join a couple sections together and see what that does. Create polygons from points to edges. I have that set to Control P. Shift Control P, I think, is what that is. Flip. Yeah. I feel like there's one more loop in the bottom than that isn't, or in the top that isn't in the bottom. So let's see if this will fix that. No, that does not. That makes it worse. Come on, select that thing, would ya? You can do it. You can select it. You want to be a good boy, don't you? Be selected. Have to do it the hard way. Excuse me. I was a little too aggressive in tucking it under, I guess. Mona Lisa. I know that's not what they're saying. But... Okay. So what I want to do down here is I'll split this. If I can select it. If there's more than one there, let's select more than one there. Why does it look like there are two there? And of course, only one selected, not the other one. Come on, there we go. L. Split those. It looks like something as weird is going on there. Ah, that's odd there. That is no good. All right. All right. Let's do our old trick with the add again. Multiply, add points, click on the polygon edge. Boom. There we go. That should do better at sub-patching now. I mean, it's still a mess down there, but better. Looks like it needs another point in here too. Okay, let's turn the subpatches off again and make sense of this mess. Do. Welcome in, lurker. Stay a while. Stay forever. That's an old video game reference. Very old. Like me. Alrighty, I'm gonna break out the line pen, I think. These vertices are so close together. Apparently that was the wrong one. Ugh, what a pain. Here we are. Almost broke into song there. How horrifying would that have been? Might have turned out good. Just not super consistent with key pitch and all that stuff. Now I'm just kind of trying to separate these things so they're easier to select. Okay, now I can see what's going on with this. Alright. Am I... Ugh. Looks like I made a mistake. Okay, let's try that again. What? Oh. Wrong button. Helps when you click the correct button. The F key to flip the polygons. Alright, what's going on down here where it's getting kind of crazy? Ooh, that's not good. There's some interlocking pieces there. Not interlocking, but let me kill that one and that one. Okay. All right. Take a look at this. A bit better, a bit better. Yeah. Okay. It's a little messy. This looks like there should only be 4 points if I merge them all together, but I'm seeing more. Ah. What the heck? I see 3 points. If I merge them all together, why do they do that? Oh, bother. Two points. Well, how's that? Does that look better? I think that looks better. Not sure it's better. Well, let's just continue building this out. Incoming raid. Andy Mecha is raiding with a party of 36. Well, hi. Can you all hear me correctly? Indeed. Ha 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 ha. Welcome in, friends. Good to see you. I was hoping you'd stop by. So, yeah, I was gonna do some stuff at the workbench tonight, but my computer is not seeing the Droid Cam program or something. So, wow. Yeah. That didn't work, so now I'm doing some 3D modeling instead, which is in some ways worse. Less interesting to look at, maybe. But hey. I'm just trying to clean up a mess here. New shades. This guy is too cool. Aw. You're... You're embarrassing me. Just chill out, okay? Just, you know, never mind. Never mind. We'll just get back to the normal stuff. Okay. Anyway, welcome in. How? Oh, did I update OBS? I don't know. Good. Thanks for the confirmation of the stream. Art and Jest is following me. Welcome in. Hi, Brenda. This is my little corner of the thing, the Twitcherverse. This is the boring part, as I was saying. Yeah. I was going to be prepping for the other thing, for the Camp Chaos thing, but my outboard camera was not cooperating, so welcome in now. Hi, friend. Imagine tech stuff act. Imagine, just imagine it. No. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just scrolling up to chat to see if I missed things. I don't think I did, other than hello, Ezram. Hello, Mogirox. Or hello, Sean. Hi, 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 hi. I am a hype machine. This is the boring part. Well, my standards are impossibly high. I, I had an issue with OBS with updating things before, so yeah. We're going to have to fill a roster of streamers all July. Yes, I'm dedicating 1 hour of a Thursday night to host a camp counseling session. I think it's going to be a scratch building thing. That's the thing I keep on coming back to. Just, hey, get some Q-tips and some cardboard and we'll build a robot or something. That's where I'm leaning now. Although it could just be a craft demonstration thing. Here's a cutting machine, Cricut type thing. I do have some other thing. I thought about doing a basic 3D modeling, a Camp Chaos Christmas ornament for 3D printing in free software. So there are a few ways to go, and it could just be I have a couple coloring pages that I could make available, and we could just all color together. So I have options. But like I said, my first choice is that other thing, because all of those things require no extra purchases, I think. So I'd say Andy could be my alternate, but he's probably asleep at that time slot. Anyway, I'm talking and not making polygons. And I will show you in a sec what I'm working on. Andy knows. Andy's built my LiL Saucer model kit. So he knows some of the issues with it. One of which being you can't see inside it, even though there are details inside it. So what I'm working on doing is I don't need that. There's the new side panel, top panels. Let's see if I can bring some things in. Oh, what if I just need to do that? There we go. You see I have stuff on the inside. So I'm working on making an opening here so it can be lifted up and you can see inside. So, oh, the stand for the UFO. No, but that is. Oh yeah, and definitely, Andy, get some sleep. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for raiding. I appreciate it. I was hoping you would raid because I need to get my average view count up in order to make affiliate. So I figure I would have a better chance if I was partying after you today instead of on a lunch break stream where nobody pops in. Which I actually, people do stop in sometimes, so it's always great to have people in. But for the sake of statistics, it kind of need to get those up. So the idea is once I have this up, I can put in something to open it up. And I'll probably add some more detail on the inside. So yeah. As for the sand, I already did a little modification on this. I took out the little fins inside, so You can more easily just fit a magnet in there like you did, like Lou, I think you did. Anyway, no, you had a stick right up the middle. But anyway, I know the other the person who assembled one of my kits on YouTube decided to just put a magnet in there, and that's actually what I did on mine, or on one of them anyway. Is I just used a magnet to attach it to the stand. I just didn't think it would be very. It was kind of loose, but yeah, whatever. So, okay. I think I overdid it on something. Maybe not. Nothing that can't be fixed. Good night, Andy. And let me see. Since I have a few people in here, I can fire up a puzzle or something. I can maybe switch over into painting because it's a little more interactive. And unlike some streamers, I can open up a doodle queue and request. You can request doodles, and I can actually possibly get them done. Fortunately, unfortunately, I don't have this whole charity side of my channel yet, where I donate crayons to people. You can't subscribe to me, so you can't slow me down with that. But it's a little less chaotic over here. Tends to be. I just need to remember where I put that stuff. Put that off to the side. puzzleleggo.com. Let me find a... If I don't show off, what do I have? Let me find a nice picture. Do we want a photograph, a 3D rendering, or a drawing? Does anybody have a particular picture in mind they would like to do for a puzzle? And it'll be a surprise. Guess it's dealer's choice then. Doo-doo. Let's see, where did I put those crazy things? Yeah. I made the mistake earlier of looking through photos on my streaming screen, just opening folders and looking for things. Nothing bad came of it. It's just I couldn't post the VOD because there was a picture of personal identification in there somewhere. So it's like, I can't post that. So do go to the logos and site art, and I'll be completely self-serving and do the desert scene picture that's I made for this. Let's see if this is it. That's not it. There we go. We'll just do 100 for now. Did I ever tell you the lore for my little atomic gift shop? It's not much to it. But, let's see. if you want to join in, if you want to put together a puzzle, have at it. You click on that link, it'll open up in the viewer thing or in your web browser, and you can assemble a small puzzle. Well, the lore it's a half-baked idea, and then I realized that it's a little, well, now that we have the music going, by accident of course, out in the desert, down a dark highway, there's a small shop, a small cluster of buildings, one of which is the Atomic Gift Shop. Down the road, there's an old military base where they did secret experiments. Nearby, there's a canyon. It's in the buttes. You go down in the buttes, and then there's a hidden forest down in there where Bigfoot resides and some other creatures. That's about it, you know. I thought of some other ideas of like possibly having a guy doing a podcast or a radio broadcast in the shop, and maybe having some kid live with him. I don't know. I thought, hey, well, actually, you know, it makes more sense to put it in the Pacific Northwest instead of the desert because I'm living in the Pacific Northwest. But, you know, if you've seen the movie Gravity, or not the movie, the show Gravity Falls, that takes place in the woods of Oregon. So it's not very detailed lore. It's not like, you know, oi, I have this planet over there, and there's this group of people I call the Rusters because they rust, and they build stuff out of rust, and it's been a long time since anything, you know. I am not as good at storytelling, I think. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna try to stop that. I'm not that good at type of thought, so I'm good at what I do. And I'm not as good at some other things, but that's okay. We're all growing here. Not PowerPoint. I just have to figure out where I put that thing. Is it in my downloads folder? Is it on my desktop? Yeah, there we go. So. Okay. Open a new tab. Click there. Click in there. Type in this thing that I know what it does. Press enter. Press enter again. It's not doing it. Why is it not doing it? Ah, good times. Well, that works, I guess. So here we are. There he is. It did eventually pop up. And thanks for working on the puzzle, Goblin. Does anybody else want to get in there and help him out, or play around, or do something else? Sounds like my kind of place. Yeah, it could be something at some point. So, screen format, low res, 320 by 256. This is, of course, blown up. We'll go with 16 colors, like it there. Limitations are nice sometimes. If I click on this, you can see that it's actually scaling it up. And there's a couple of retro CRT modes One blurs it, one adds blurs it and adds scan lines, just to kind of make it look a little more old schooly. So up here on the right, I have the draw tool, and it's also called the area tool, and that's the way I like to use it. See, there are these, well, some of these you can click on the upper corner or the bottom corner. If you do the upper corner, it's just a box. If you do it's just the outline. If you do the other corner, it's filled. So what I like to do is just that. So let's see now. This is basically how I did that picture of Andy. Just oops. It helps if you use the correct mouse button, which in this case is the left mouse button. And this is not going to be Andy because it's from memory. It's some other guy named Bob with really bushy eyebrows. So, not Andy at all. And you might think is that red? What's that? What's that? Somebody followed. Thank you for following. Hello, adorable tiger love. Welcome in. I'm just doing some little playing around in some picture and yeah, in this. And words fail me. This is Pi D Painter. It's a clone, perhaps in progress, of Deluxe Paint. I'm kind of actually liking the red beard now for some reason. This is basically like using the lasso tool, and except that when you let go of the mouse, it doesn't automatically fills it in, and it's just a very quick way of roughing things in that I enjoy doing. So, you make pixel art. Would I be interested in buying one? Sorry, probably not. I don't actually purchase a lot of art at this point in my life. I probably should, but thank you for offering. Are you thinking for using on stream or just in general? Like just to admire as art? See? No mustache, so it's not Andy. I think I'll make that white. Oh, profile for my stream? No thanks. Am I clicking? Helps if I have the right thing selected. I should probably have a better idea of my branding, but I don't know. But do you have an Instagram or something that has your some work that we can take a look at? Yeah, I think you should be able to just post it in the Slack, or not the Slack. Yeah, the chat. Well, thank you, Andy. And if you... Oh, I just meant you could paste a link to your Instagram in chat here, and we can take a look at it as a group. Because maybe somebody else who's watching would be interested. That looks funny to me. And my Instagram is Atomic Gift Shop. And in case you're curious, I am actually using a mouse for this. I don't have my drawing tablet hooked up. Yes, it's a flex. Craft Redux! And the music we are listening to is a sampling of music from... now you have to look it up. I started talking about it without... I thought I still had it up on my screen, but I don't. I think it's a dark fantasy. It's a set of production music. Dark Fantasy Studio. So, alright, let's see. Let's make a little more smiley. Nice. If I do it like that. Oh, wrong color. It's kind of like a forced smile. Yeah, I don't know about this. Your link got deleted. Okay. Just give me your what the last part is, the name part. And I'll Instagram.com Adorable Tiger Love. Okay, cool. No post yet. Is that the right one? Okay. But you are on Twitch. So let me see if I can give you a shout out. I've been using multiple screens since 6. Of course, those weren't my screens at that time. Don't know that that worked. Yeah, it's alright. I need to go through all of my streaming stuff and make sure things are working as they should. You're welcome. Is it just... Adorable tiger love. There. There's a proper one for you. Alright, I'm not entirely digging some things about this. It's a little high. Let me do it like this. And then we will remove the excess. Make a new brush out of it, flip back to the main page, and just kind of lower it down a bit. And I will fill in that with the original color. That's not the original color. A green hat with a gold buckle. What, do you think he's Irish or something? Alright. You're the boss. I say that. It's kind of a little off. Whatever. I'm actually fairly happy with my logo. I know it's a little bit on the casual side, but that's okay with what I'm doing for now. Come in here and change the colors. A little more gray. I suppose could be a green. I feel like it's like lopsided. While I'm at it, let's try rotating it a little. Kind of roughens up the edges in ways I don't like, but I'm guessing you're not thinking a green beret. So, Blocker, you're still up? Yeah, I thought you were gonna try to go to bed early tonight. Thank you all for staying up with me. I mean, I'm not staying up, you're the one staying up, so. Weirdos. So, leprechaun. It's just a close-up, that is. You wanted a gold buckle. Feel like there should be another green that is... I have the green from his eyes. No, that is the green from his eyes. This is a different green. Okay. I feel like there's something fundamentally wrong with that. Let's go more in there. Something fundamentally wrong with this hat. The shape of it. It's probably why I should be using reference of some kind. It's only pixels. So, watching Atomic Gift Shop can... I'd love to hear more about your background, or maybe what path did you take to end up with the skills I see you use: graphic design, 3D printing, toy making. I've been curious for a while. Ah, well. A stream is not long enough for that. Nah, I'm just kidding. We'll see. Let's just say... Puzzle's done! Cool, thanks for participating with that, Goblin. Let me zoom in on it. I say I was fascinated with the 3D animation graphic stuff when I was a kid, because it was just coming out. I grew up in a time when it was rare to see 3D rendered stuff on television and whatnot. It was just in a few movies and then some commercials and stuff. So I was fascinated by it. I actually did in high school. This is really dating me, but I did a book report or whatever. I had to do a report at some point, and I did it on 3D computer graphics. So that was a one goblin job. Yes, so actually my senior class ring, I got a picture of a computer and a art palette on it. That was my class ring. So it's kind of been on this road for a while, although, you know, I'm not... I don't know. I drew a lot when I was younger. Drew a lot in college. But I didn't focus in such a way as to develop all the classical skills. So mostly self-taught. I did have some lessons. So I think we might be time I don't get the one job goblin job thing. But might be time for another picture if I can find one. Let's go. I don't have an idea. Why am I not looking in? Oh, anyway. Somewhere I have a folder for all of my desktop backgrounds. But I don't remember where I keep it at home right now. Let's see. Streamer brain, I think they call it. I have it when I'm not streaming, so I don't know if I should call it that, but yeah. Just trying to think of things to say. Camera uploads, it'll be in there. We'll go to our old Inktober 2019 folder. Sling touched up 4. Let's try this. New room. There we go. This is a picture I did in the 2019 Inktober thing. I never got as many cool artworks out of those as I wanted, as I was hoping. But it was still fun to do and still a good practice to just be drawing every day. What? Is it loading it in? Yeah. But this is one that I did have some stickers available for at one point. Share it. Copy link. I should probably learn how to pin links too. Probably by just clicking the pin. So, let's see. Yeah, this music was designed, I believe, to use with video games. Some of it's quite fun. Some of it's, you know, a little harder, but I don't usually use that stuff. Let's see. I'm gonna do a little bit of research, I think. Just see if I can see some leprechaun hats. No, not leprechaun trap. Leprechaun hat. Okay, so it's like a stovepipe. At least one of them. It's like mainly the problem I have is the brim. Although I could just go. It'd be easy to make it more up top. Andy makes leprechaun traps. And let's see. Let's rework all of this stuff. It's only pixels. not centered on him, but I think it looks better. Really not centered on him. Oh yes, leprechaun traps. Get yourself a box and a stick, and I'm embarrassing myself with the... I don't do accents very well, because I lose them very quickly. But I figured it might at least be humorous for you. Hopefully not offensive. It's just some lucky charms. Alright, I feel like I should probably wrap up this picture and start another one. Just so it's not doing the same thing all the night. And oh, hey, what kind of streamer would I be if I didn't plug my... if I didn't plug my Discord? Everything pops up on that screen, huh? Do I even log into Discord with this browser? No, I'm not logged in on that browser. Okay. I do have a Discord. I'm not super active in it. But I do have one. And you're all welcome to come join me and do nothing there with me. Like on most of the Discords I'm a member of. But let me get that link for you. If I can remember how. Server. Oh, and Andy. Let's see. I think I found this. I think I've mentioned this. Stop trying to put it somewhere. So if you go to server profile, I think maybe not server profile, user profile. I think there's a setting in here for so for the link. Server profile. Nickname. Preview for. No, that's not it. Okay. My account. Never mind, I can't find it now. At one point I saw a place to get the link, and then there was a checkbox or a setting for how long the link remained active. And you can set it to not expire. Switch accounts, etc. Okay. Wait, Crafty Rick, is that you, bud? So blocker and bacon. I'm... Okay. Wow. Well, thank you all for hanging out with me and lurking. And bearing with me as I... try to get the things together to actually do a proper stream. Amateurs, I tell ya. Amateurs. Does anybody know off the top of their head where to get the Discord link to share? Because I am struggling to find it. Andy Mecca, are you still painting? He's like that. No, dude, I'm eating some toast and cheese. Wait, you have Discord? Does Spider-Math know? I don't know. I don't know if Spider-Math knows that I have a Discord. And apparently no one else does because I can't find the link. Although, if you go to my Twitter page, or my Twitch page, it is actually linked in there. So, maybe we'll take that method. Twitch.com. Wait, but yeah. There you go. I have a Discord. I finally found the link. Wow, 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 wow. Hold on to your papers, friends. Or fellow scholars. And of course he needs a green jacket. And a pink shirt. Why not? Well, the way I found it was by going to my own Twitch page and looking at the social links at the bottom of it. So not the most elegant solution. Oh. But I found it. Thank you. But thank you all for, coming in, hanging out with me, giving me a chance to practice actually interacting with chat a little bit more. And for, I hope you all sleep tight when you do get to sleep. I don't necessarily think this is the way that people did pixel art in the day, back in the day. But it's the way I liked doing it. Of course, you could go in pixel by pixel and manually dither things. And of course, it is fairly close to the pose that I did for Andy's portrait. Leprechaun Wick. Yeah, a Leprechaun John Wick. Yeah, whatever. Alright, thank you for stopping in, guys. Have a good night, Andy. Thanks for raiding in. I appreciate it quite a bit. And I will change this color here and call this one done. I think I'm changing the wrong color. give it a blue sky. Who all is leaving? So yes, thank you, Andy. Thank you, Zablocker. Although I think you're sticking around a little. Good night. You not help puzzle helping. Oh, craft. Although. Oh, so Ezrama's goblin. Is that what's happening here? I found the puzzle thing on Billy and Babble's stream. He does that, and that's. I've spent a few lunch breaks working on puzzles over there. I'm just gonna scribble to add some dithering. I don't like that. I do have an airbrushy tool, but I'm afraid, well, I'll just have to repaint some of the green stuff, I guess. And that's what I have to do with models, is I have to repaint parts of them, so why not digitally as well? Ezram, bringing the goblin energy. Oops. Feel like his shoulders are a little bit high anyway. Not as high as a blocker, but you know, they're just shoulder pads in there. They're crazy. Oops. Just realized I'm kind of cutting over my thing. True, true. I need practice with all of the above. Maybe I'll do. I might do a Sunday stream. I don't know. We'll see. Wow, it's 5:15. I've been at this for a couple hours so far. And I got one picture done, sort of. I'm not done yet. What am I saying? I'm not done yet. Hear the little ticking of the puzzle pieces going in sometimes in the audio. Alright. Do I want to do a highlight? Anything like that? Nah. Alright, folks. We'll call this a leprechaun. And I'll take a screenshot so it preserves the fake CRT effects. And this is a completely different folder, so it'll be a nightmare to find later on, because I like to live on the edge. I am chaos. I need to do something completely different. But we'll keep with the same basic 16 color thing for now. I don't want to do that. I want we'll do spacing. No, it's not dot to dot. Although I can see why you would think that. It's looking like an eyeball galaxy. I'll probably change the colors after I sketch this in a bit. Bling. Well, hello there. I bet if I use this slingshot, I can get over to the other moon to say hello to my astronaut friend. Yay! Thank you for it. So, should I set up another another puzzle? That was it. You can actually, with this thing I found, you can actually drag in you can have 4 different puzzles going at the same time on the same board. Your phone's getting hot. Okay. We'll give your phone a break. Well, you should see the... Ooh. I do have that. If Discord open, I did post a link that I don't think has been used yet, and... Da-da-da-da-da. If you want Nightmare. Good night, Zablocker. Thanks for stopping in again. Here is a set of puzzles. Four crazy puzzles. If you like madness. I don't expect y'all to work on these tonight. You know what? I'm not. Yeah. Nah. Oh. Can I do the? Can I mute myself? Hope not. I'm gonna unpin that one. That's what I'll do. All right. I guess I'll leave it up. If you're. I figured this one might not be. This is one that might look more challenging than it actually is, just because there are very clear patterns and you can see which directions the lines are going. Yeah. But I don't know. It took me a while to put the one in the top corner together and another similar thing. Well, this is the one I posted in Billiam's Discord, but obviously it didn't get used, so for likely obvious reasons. Let's make this a bit more subtle. Wonder if I should mix up the colors. Ooh, that's kind of neat. Good night, Al. Good night, all. Yeah, and whoever else is hanging out, thanks for continuing to hang out. And if you have to drop off, thanks and have a good night, I guess. I think I will make use of my spare page and draw a rock. Let me clear that. And we'll use this tool, which I haven't used yet this stream, because I don't use it very much. Make a cigar shape rocket. Pull that in. Change that color to, let's make it a gray. He said with a question in his voice. I should have asked if anybody has a doodle request. So, if anyone has a doodle request, feel free to put it in chat. I just picked a rocket thing because it's kind of my brand, or part of the brand, where I'm picking a mid-century modern thing. But going back to the question that Sean asked if he's still around. Turtle ship. Let's say I went to college, I went for video production and ended up in, well, they changed the program on me the first year in, so it ended up being more of a general communications thing instead of telecommunications, which worked out okay because I got some grounding in graphic design techniques. That was before, and it was long ago enough where I had to learn to where my my school projects were gluing stuff to paper, so it wasn't digital at that point. But I've been a fan of the Amiga computer since, the late 80s or mid 80s, so I was already doing this kind of stuff on my own. Then after college, I worked at the college for a while. And then I went and did graphic design for a couple of years at a place called Clipper Magazine. And then I went back down and worked at the college again and did some visual effects for a friend's film. So, oh, and in that time there was also I won a contest on TV and got a nice chunk of money to let me buy some 3D software that was expensive. So, yeah, I spliced a bit of tape as well in my audio class. The equipment we had in the video production lab was not great at the time. We had big old 3/4 inch tapes, Sony U-matic machines, and we'd have to like slide them out of the rack, lift up the hood, jiggle something inside to get the tape to go in or come out. I forget which. It's like, I'm not an engineer. I probably shouldn't be having my hands in this, but that's the way we were, the way we was. And then after I graduated, that's when they got the non-linear editing and stuff, which is, benefited me to stay for a little bit and learn the digital workflows. And that's also where I picked up After Effects. I went to the bookstore and bought a book on how to do After Effects when I had access to it. Yeah, we're old. I was with a group today where we were, it was just like kind of a cookout thing. And I was the youngest one there. Yeah, I was lucky. I'm sure the sales guy got talked my parents into it, but I got a Commodore 128 as my first computer when I think I was 12 or 13. With a disk drive. Well, it was more of just like a sandwiches inside kind of a thing, because it was a little chilly out today up here. But it's funny, yeah, the topic was on aging to some extent. So, or at least one of the topics that was discussed. It's like I was thinking, I'm the youngest one here, and I'm 49. And most of us were introverts. Luckily, someone else came along who's a little more social. think I will. Aw, we're twins. I was class of 92. But my birthday's in January. See, how much light do I want from the rocket? So I think I'm getting this all wrong. Yeah. Yeah, pretty close in age. January of the year I was born. I was born the year after. So technically, what? 2 months after you? I'm not digging this for some reason. Is it just the color because it doesn't blend in right? Is it the lack of depth? Is it the detail? Grab the cooler, Sonny. Don't want to throw my back out again. Got some squiggly lines. Do I want a window in it? It's not all bad. Yeah, I was a Amiga fanboy back in the day. And kind of, let me say, I spent all of my fanboy points in, with that machine, so now I'm more platform agnostic, as they say. Mac, PC, yeah, I use them both. Used them both. Dislike things about both of them. We just go straight gray. I mean, to be fair, in the dark of space, it would be a dark thing, so maybe we'll go with that. Do I have an extra color available? I don't see green anywhere. Let's do some stippling. I'm not gonna keep this green. That's kind of sloppy looking. Oh, because I'm using the wrong tool. The tool I wasn't expecting to be using. We used to stare at Tandies at Radio Shack, 5K and stuff. Like $5,000 or pounds? No, you're in Texas. Yeah, I was a snob. It's, you know, kind of funny to think back on it a little bit. This is like... Because I was on some bulletin board systems, and then the early internet, it's like I thought I knew a little more than I did, I think. But it's like I knew enough that, like, you know, when I saw a report on... or like a news article or something on my favored platform, I would, you know where the things weren't accurate on it. But at the same time, now it's like I hear stuff from back then. It's like, oh, I didn't even know that. It's like, I should have known that. But apparently I wasn't as big of a fan as I thought I was. You were in California. My idea with this color is not to leave it green, but to kind of make it a gray in the shape, or that tends towards this yellow fire. Of course, there are fuels that burn green. So something more like... Okay. We got on some weird stuff on Telnet multiplayer RP text game stuff. Yeah. I don't think I did Telnet, but yeah, it's pretty much the same type of stuff, I think. Remember having to type in the commands to get the modem to go. Well, this is... So many of these aren't my favorites. Oh well. I'm gonna stop this one and just call it Rocket. And Mr. Ezram requested the turtle. Yeah, it's like AT set M equals 0, blah blah blah, something half duplex, blah blah blah, and whatever baud rate. You know. So my first modem was a hand-me-down 300 baud modem. Oh, a space turtle. Let's go extra fancy. We'll bump up to extra half bright mode. That gives us 64 colors. Yeah, the 1200 baud. Yeah. I was just listening to the Retro Hour podcast today, and they were interviewing a guy who did a whole series of documentaries on BBSs over the last few years. Takes me back a bit. So the space turtles. Turtles in space. Let's get a star field going here. Okay, how ambitious do I want to be with this? .486SX. Well, so I guess that means I'm the bigger nerd. Yeah, true. Magic the Gathering. I've never played that in person. I did play the Xbox version, I think, at one point. I think so. I think it was on the Xbox I was playing it. And it could have been the computer, but it was definitely not with people. It wasn't a live, in real person game. Such epicness with this music. Sorry, I've gone quiet. I've just been focusing. I have an idea, not quite sure I can execute it. Did I do the wrong color there? Maybe I did. Easy to fix. No. No. Yeah, I can see that. But I have something different in mind. This is not quite what I was thinking. Away from keyboard. Be right back. You're back! Welcome back, Craft Redux. Goblin 1 is killing it. And welcome back. Is it a recent i5 laptop? I mean, so the Bots to Beast just has a phone. That's all he's been using. Of course, he's been having problems with it, but... believe Billy and Babel uses an iPad, mainly. I imagine it's worth a shot. Well, I have no confidence that my vision for this has been successful. So we'll keep applying stuff until it is. Because that's how it works. So I know it will help. I am... let's see. So you're saying ish. Yes, I'm saying ish. You can actually... well, with OBS you can record without streaming. So you could try recording first if you want to try with OBS. And I'm not saying I would burn your grandchildren at the stake over this puzzle, but I'd watch. It's a little dark. Of course. What else would I expect from Ezram? That's what I was gonna do. Wasn't that, it was this. I mean, you know, at least you're not handcuffed to a radiator with given a hacksaw. It's not that bad of a puzzle. feel like I'm missing some of the turtleness now. In the face, anyway. Been using OBS to steal music off of YouTube. There are tools for just downloading it, but some of those sites can be a bit shady. There's a lady at work I think I gave her a link of a site she could use to download videos from YouTube, and told her to not click on the big obvious button, but look in the upper right corner. But of course she clicked on the big obvious button and got, I don't know if she got a virus or malware or what, but yeah, she didn't get what she was looking for. But that was a few years back. Maybe it wasn't that. Maybe it was just something else that was... I don't know. It's true. People don't come to my workshop for a bubbly demeanor. Yes, I got to get used to reading the goblins' comments aloud. To let people know that they've been heard. Why am I drawing in there with the color that's the same color as there? do 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 do. Oh, you didn't play that song? Okay. I do have it on shuffle, not loop. I mean, it's on loop, but it's also on shuffle, so it's not the same tunes over and over again. Oof. Billy and Babel, welcome in. Yes, Space Turtle, as requested by Ezram. Usually on Saturdays I stream earlier in the day. But today I had something. So I decided it'd be beneficial to stream afterwards. Space Turtle! Very Odaki. Is Deep Painter the name of the program? PyD Painter, yes. You have to install Python to run it. But yes. There is another attempt to pay homage to Deluxe Paint that is dpaint.js, and that'll run in the browser. But this is more of the experience of the old paint program. Man, that leg looks like it's not working now. Oops, I didn't want that guy. I think that's the problem. I was going for kind of a giant fighting robot in space thing, which I'm guessing is what you mean by Odaki, but I'm not familiar with the term. Just when I thought I was done, I completely redo the leg, because I didn't like the look of it. How do I get in on that awful puzzle? Paste. There, you can get in on that there, and there are 3 other awful puzzles if you dare. But you've seen them in your forum, so, or in your Discord. So, yeesh. Didn't expect Ezram to actually take up the challenge, but I think I will probably join you in there soon. After Spacer, unless Billy and Babel has a request for a doodle. It's all gone downhill. The first thing I drew was the legs. You would think those would be the things that remained, but no. Not like that. Lol. Did it make you vomit this time? Maybe I can bring out the roboticness or the shape of the other. I'm half asleep. I shouldn't suggest anything if I tried. There always is a risk asking you if you want me to draw something, I suppose. Yeah, well, this link, it might be more taxing on the iPad than just the single puzzles, although there is still 400 pieces was the target across all of them, but I think mostly the ones you do are smaller than that. I think 250. So this is basically shooting for 200 per. I was just talking about you earlier because Sean Craft Redux was asking if he could stream, if I thought he could stream with his phone and i5 laptop, and I said, Billiam does it with an iPad. But I didn't say it like that. No, let's go with darker. think I'm at that stage of diminishing returns. Streaming champs can be fun for mobile streams because you can set up a second camera slash phone cam. Yeah, I was planning on using... I think I updated OBS and that caused a conflict with the plugin or something. Because I did not have the... was not able to get my phone camera working as usual. So I know something like that happened before, but... I mean, part of it might be a red herring with my phone that I'm trying to use as a camera, because sometimes it just jumps into USB mode. And it doesn't give me the option to do Wi-Fi. Whereas other times it just, you know, happily starts in Wi-Fi mode. So I was probably thinking the problem was all on that, but then I fired up another device and that did show up under Wi-Fi mode, but I still didn't have the options in OBS. Space turtle. Okay. I like taking a screenshot with the fake CRT effects on. So I do that. Bum bum ba bum. Okay. And the other picture I did today was Crash the Program picture. So, wow! You finished the puzzle! Oh yeah. Let's see if I can find it. Bum bum bum. You certainly did. But yeah, we'll not start the other ones. I So I should find my desktop pictures and throw in some of these other ones from an old project. There's still a lot of empty space. But, well, I think this will wrap it up for me tonight, because I'm getting a little tired. But thank you all for hanging out with me as long as you did. And let's see if I can find somebody to say hello to before I leave. And I also moved my folder that has all of the... I usually have a slideshow of customer images, pictures that people have taken of using my products, and I don't have that up now because I moved the folder. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, This is funny, I think you were one of the first people I rated in on, and you were like, well, obviously you've been streaming for a long time. And it was like in like the first week or two. It's like, nope, I have some other skills that I bent into this thing. I think a completed puzzle and a space turtle is a pretty good stopping point. Yeah. I think you're right there. Let's see, who can I find? Let's see. We got Devicat and Infozar are the ones I know the most. Oh, there's also Chris Elcox and Gulf City and Vuvi, but I'm not as familiar with them. Well, I will have to drop a link for that then. I mean, you can watch it on YouTube, but... if you like an old, if you have familiarity with certain spacefaring television shows from the 60s, this may have interest for you, and it is chock full of retro goodness as well. Yeah, thank you. So, Starman. The program that I'm using for the avatar is the one I use to animate the characters in this show. So, it's a character animator by Adobe. So, I think... let's see... Infozar? Infozar. Why not? I don't know that I've ever rated Infozar. InfoXzar. Once again, thank you all so much for hanging out with me. It's about time for dinner for me. So, and Billiam, get some sleep, man. What are you still doing up? Like, you do you. You're a grown adult. You can make your own decisions. Never mind me. So, thanks. I'll catch you all later. And try to remember to not stream forever this time.
Oh my god, double raid? Atomic gift shop with 10 more viewers. We just did a raid.